What's up guys, welcome back to Virtual Reality, to the VR and AR weekly news. So let's check out the list this week. So we have some interesting stuff, for example, children that have problems with an eye, then they can use some special virtual reality app to improve their eyesight. That's interesting. Then we have Leo Legends, a Kickstarter project about pirates. Then a virtual reality floor mat by Microsoft. The Room VR, Sony has an augmented reality headset. Predator VR, Concrete Genie, something about PlayStation 5. Another information about Flightsimulator 2020 and custom Beat Saber songs official. So there will also be the newest VR releases and sales this week. My name is Voodoo. You can find everything about VR and AR on this channel, so subscribe, hit the bell, and don't miss anything. Thanks to my sponsors, Woodgoes VR, Oppermann Events, Peter Wasmeister, Ronix, Andi De Felser, and VR Ambassador. Let's have some fun with the weekly news and let's go!
VoodooDE.
A very interesting thing from my community member Hacker. This is from a hospital. I think it's in the Czech Republic, but I'm not sure. It's not an English or German page. It has to be translated. So, you know the children that have problems with their eyes. Sometimes you see a children that has something on their eyes, so that the eye that's not working perfect has to be trained. And this can be fixed with, or can be improved with using virtual reality app. So there is an app that the children can put the headset on its head, and then there's a filter on the eye that works, and so that the other eye has to concentrate on special things that can be set in virtual reality, of course. This is much better than only closing one eye and training the other eye. It's really, really impressive, and I really want to see that. Perhaps they can send me an app that I can try it or something like that. It's a really good idea, and it's another proof that virtual reality is not only for gaming. Again, one of my community, JoJo, told me about this Kickstarter campaign. I didn't know that. It's called Leo Legends, and it's a virtual reality RPG pirate video game. And if you check out the trailer, that looks really awesome. So we have a ship, and we can also use cannons, we can swim, we can walk on land, we can craft stuff. This is very, very interesting. How could I oversee that? So if you don't know this, guys, the Kickstarter campaign is linked under this video. If you like, I would totally appreciate if you support this video game. I will also support this, of course. And it's from Colorado Springs. Awesome. And I think you need like $35 digital copy. Yeah, then you will get the game. Realistic open world. It sounds so good. I really hope that will be successful, guys. Something very interesting, a patent of Microsoft that shows us a virtual reality floor mat with haptic feedback and haptic sensors. So if you walk around on this floor mat, it can recognize where we are, and it has also some other sensors so that the headset and controllers are also tracked better. As you can see, here we have a Kinect camera, and perhaps they are doing something about Xbox. That would be awesome, right? Virtual reality with Xbox. We really need that. A lot of more people could come to virtual reality then. So we will see in the future what Microsoft is doing there. The Room VR. This is an interesting game. It's a puzzle game. You know, perhaps the Room. It's also on mobile apps, I think. And now we can play it in virtual reality. So we have to solve puzzles to get into the next room, some mechanisms and stuff, some machines. This seems interesting, and it will be released next year, early 2020, on all VR headsets. Nice, that's what we need. So yeah, I'm looking forward to try that. The Room VR. Check this out. This is an augmented reality headset by Sony. I never expected that. So this is a augmented reality experience in Tokyo, and it's called Ghostbusters Rookie Training. And as you can see, all these players have a VR headset on their head, and they also have this trap, this ghost trap. You can throw that perhaps, and it's connected to the augmented reality headset. Awesome, awesome. I want to try that, guys. So how can I get to Tokyo? Awesome. So that means Sony is not only interested about VR, but also on augmented reality. That's interesting. So this one came unexpected. Predator VR just appeared on Steam, and nobody knew that. And it's called Predator VR, and it's in the Predator universe, of course. And there's a single-player mode where we can walk through to the scenes and shoot enemies, but also have to defend for the predator. When he attacks us, we have to be very careful because he's invisible, you know. And there's a multiplayer mode that's called Rampage mode for Predator, and it's released in the future. It only says HTC Vive. I have no idea. It should work with all the other headsets as well. To be honest, I don't have big expectations here because it seems like a standard shooter stuff. I hope it's not too boring. But of course, if it's better than I expect, it's even. I'm happy. Predator VR. Concrete Genie was released on a PlayStation 4 and it has 2 VR modes. I didn't expect that. That's awesome. So the first one you see here, we are in this is single player virtual reality experience. We have to follow a djinn into a lighthouse and solve some quests and stuff. And the second one is that we can paint stuff with our controller in virtual reality. Pretty cool. Look at this. There's also this cool djinn. Looks very interesting, to be honest, and we can play it here. So if you already have Concrete Genie and you have the PlayStation VR, you should really give it a try. So I think you all know that the PlayStation 5 is coming holiday 2020. This is a little bit more than 1 year less, and then 1 year remains. And now we know that it will also have new controllers with haptic rumble, and this is of course better than just the vibration motors. It will be much more realistic, and also the triggers can have force feedback. So for example, the developer can decide how the resistance of the controller can feel. So for example, when you hold a weapon, a sniper weapon has more resistance on the trigger than the pistols, for example, and they can use that to make the games more realistic. Also, if you look to the future, it will of course be in the PlayStation VR 2, of course, as well, I think. And when you ask me, I think the PlayStation VR 2 is coming holiday 2021, something like that. So last week we talked about the Microsoft Flight Simulator that has a chance to come to virtual reality, and now this is really realistic that it will come to virtual reality, because the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Jörg Neumann, this is I think it's a very German name, so he said that they were pretty rushed from the community because everybody saw that game and said, what the heck? Why on earth are you not supporting virtual reality with a flight simulator? This is my opinion as well. So I really love flight simulators. I'm a noob, but I like to sit in the cockpit and see it and start the engine and stuff. It's cool. And this one I want to play in virtual reality, of course. It's so ultra much better to see that in VR instead of a flat monitor. You are sitting actually in a real cockpit. This is close to a real flight experience. So yes, they should do that, and I think they will do that. So perhaps you know that Oculus changed the terms and conditions of the Oculus use as stuff or Beat Saber, and that means that they could ban the people from playing when they use custom songs, and so a lot of mod developers stopped their work. So it's very hard to play custom levels now on Beat Saber. But now the devs from Beat Saber themselves wrote, we are planning definitely to allow our players to play custom levels in the future. We just have to rethink the whole approach to make sure we are not violating any law or copyright rights. This is the big problem. All this copyright shit is the problem, of course, because here somebody says, oh, don't use my song, we will die when you use my song. I don't know. I hate this copyright stuff. I don't understand what the problem is when I play Beat Saber with a song. This is marketing for the song. It's not bad. So I don't understand all this copyright shit, but I'm not a copyright expert, so I will not judge about it. It's fine. However, we will get custom levels in the future in Beat Saber, hopefully official. Let's talk about the VR releases on all VR platforms this week. So let's start on Steam VR, Linear VR. You have 60 seconds to survive and you have to dodge all these objects that come in front of you. It's $5. Bowman, this is a bow and arrow game, of course. You can also play it in multiplayer mode. It's $12.49. Then we have MX bikes. This is, of course, an MX bike simulation. And it's very expensive. It's $30. I really hope this is good. Instacom VR, you can have a relaxation experience here just to chill out. It's $4. Exorcist Legion VR, the deluxe edition, you have all the chapters in one, so you pay $20.99, and this is really worth it. It's a very good horror experience. Then we have Fushimi Inari. This is a Japanese shrine that you can explore and you also can take pictures of it. Then we have Bandit Point. It's a shooter with much action for $8.19 on Steam. Then that's it. This is, for me, this is the best virtual reality game that ever was released. Asgard's Wrath. It's very long. It's a AAA game. It's totally made for VR. It's, sorry for the word, fucking awesome. This is my new favorite game. Before that, it was Paranormal Activity Lost Soul, and now my favorite game is Asgard's Wrath. Guys, I know many people hate exclusive games. I also hate that it's exclusive, but you miss the best virtual reality game ever if you don't buy that. I promise you, it's so good. So if you hate Facebook, if you hate Oculus, just close your eyes and your ears and buy it and don't think about it. I know it's hard, but you should not miss that, believe me. Until You Fall, I played that already. I don't know when the video will be released. It's a very cool a melee game, so we have to dodge, and the sword fights really feel immersive and strong. It's $20. Then we have VRTune. We can watch comics in virtual reality here for $5. Then we have GBP Education. This is an education software. It's for free. And Control Room. You can control your music station for free in this virtual reality experience. And on the PlayStation VR, we have Once. This is a magic adventure where we have to shoot our enemies with magic and stuff. It's very fantasy. It's a lot of fantasy here, and it's $20.99. These were the VR releases this week. Let's talk about the best sales this week. So on Steam, there is Iron Wolf VR. This is a really cool submarine simulation. You can play it single player and co-op. It's 30% off for $13.21. It's totally worth it. Then we have the gallery. It's still on sale. So we can have both episodes for 78% off. That's nice. And then Hollow Point, it's a bow and arrow game with you have to prove your reaction. It's for 60% off. Along Together on the Oculus Store is 46% off. Borderlands 2 on the PlayStation Store, 40%. Deracine 50%. It's a cool adventure. In Death is the best bow and arrow game on the PlayStation Store. It's 50% off. Astrobot Rescue Mission, Jump and Run, the best one for the PlayStation, 50% off. The best shooter on the PlayStation VR, also multiplayer, 50% off. And a very brutal and action game, Doom VFR, is also 50% off this week. Thanks, that's great. It seems as my new studio is very interesting for people. So look at this on Reddit. I just found it. I didn't know that somebody posted it, and I was on Reddit and I said, what the heck? What is that? That's me. So this guy here, I Love Region, had posted this picture, and it has a lot of likes here, and it seems the people love it. And so I think it was the right decision for me to push this channel and to push virtual reality even more. I have a lot of new people that I know, a lot of new friends in virtual reality, and I totally love that, what I'm doing besides my full-time job. It's awesome, and I met a lot of new people, even in the VR business area and stuff, and there will come a lot of new interesting videos as well, together with really important people. I don't want to spoil too much, and this is gonna be awesome. Also, I'm ready with the studio. I only need the big voodoo sign. It's prepared, it's handcrafted, and it will take several weeks. I'm not doing that by myself, but there's a company that some of my patrons suggested, and I want to thank my new patrons, the Ramiro, NZWK, Lucky Fool, and Lucifer. Thank you so much for the support. Also, I want to thank all of the YouTube community for this awesome support, even on my English channel. I mean, it was only something that I wanted to do sometimes. My English channel, I know there's a lot of people that do English VR stuff, so I thought I would never have any chance to get 100 subscribers, and now we are nearly on 5,000, and I never expected that. And of course, it's because of my German channel, I get a lot of stuff and a lot of content, and I can do that on English as well, and so this is pushing each other, I would say. But of course, it's a lot of work, and it's my thing. I really love what I'm doing. I think you see that in my videos. Also, my new studio is finished, and perhaps you saw on the Vive Cosmos video that it's getting more and more professional here, and I love that. So guys, it would be awesome if you give me a thumbs up, and it would be even more awesome if you support me via Patreon, so I can still afford all this hardcore expensive stuff. If you just want to support me for free, use my Amazon link and buy anything you like on Amazon, like a toothbrush or toilet paper or adult toys or whatever. Would be awesome. Also, you can give me your monthly free Amazon Twitch Prime subscription. You don't pay anything for that, and you could support me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time in virtual reality, guys. See ya.
VoodooDE